Look behind you. Insane. Whoa, did you see that just shoot across? Did anyone else see that? Look behind you. Insane. Whoa, did you see that just shoot?
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word in truth, sincerity, and indeed. Yirach Chabbatazai from the great millstone Chicago branch, coming at you with another quick, Lord willing, edifying lesson. And as you can see, the chariots of Israel are making themselves known more and more upon earth. Okay? And this is just another example of it. And to show you the hubris, the sheer pride and stupidity of Esau, he's really going to try and fight, all right, something with this type of capability, all right, which really these are the angels of the Lord in these vehicles, all right, and they're doing their thing, all right. A lot of times they're usually in around storms, all right. The scriptures tell us, hold on, let me find that. Scriptures tell us, this is way, whirlwind, Salakia, whirlwind, Nahum 1:3, Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power and will not at all acquit the wicked, right, Esau? So that's why you got this judgment coming, right? And 2/3, it says, Yahweh has his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and in the clouds are the dust of his feet, see? All right. So as you can see, this is one of the angels of the Lord having their way in the whirlwind, all right? Directing the storms, you know, just doing what they're supposed to do, all right? And like I said, a lot of times, these types of sightings take place around storms, okay? So that's just one example, all right? Just showing you in the scriptures that the Heavenly Father, he controls the storm systems, okay? All right, even though Esau, he tries to use harp and do all this other shit, at the end of the day, it's the Heavenly Father giving him this power. The Heavenly Father is ordering his steps, all right? And the Heavenly Father, he lets his angels, all right, he lets them show off, you know? He's going to show you like, hey, this is who I am, all right? And these are my sons. These are these angels, you know, these vehicles, all right? They come from my realm, all right? And sometimes they show themselves in this realm, and it's beyond human comprehension, you know, how a vehicle can be moving that fast. This, you know, they clocking it at 2,000 miles an hour, you know, which is most likely faster than that. Nonetheless, these vehicles move at the speed of light. It ain't nothing Esau can do, all right? But like the scriptures say, man, in 2nd Ezra chapter 13, all right? I quoted it. I might as well get it. I was going to make it quick. I might as well get it. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. Who is that man? Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right. Who are the thousands of heaven? The angels. All right. And these are the vehicles that they drive. Okay. The world calls them UFOs. All right. Unidentified aerial phenomena. All right. But these are really the chariots of Israel. Okay. And these instruments are going to bring about the salvation to the elect and the destruction to the 2/3 and the wicked here in America. Okay. It says, continuing, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire, right? So when Yahweh Shai, when he opens up those beams of those laser beams that concentrated fire, when he lets that shit shoot forth, all right, everything is going to get smoked, all right? And this is biblical prophecy. Verse 5. After this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. What is this talking about? So during World War III, when all these nations are at each other's neck, Yahweh Shai is going to make his grand return. And in the midst of that, everybody that was fighting each other, they're going to then be in the spirit of cooperation so that they can try and fight the Lord, And it said what? The man that was coming from the sea, that came out of the sea, right? It's gonna look like Yahweh Shai is coming out of the sea, but really he's coming from the heavens. Okay? And he's gonna be on this gigantic ship, right? It says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. Okay, so that great mountain, again, is this huge ship. They show you this in the movie Independence Day. When that big spaceship encountered the earth, everybody on earth seen it. Okay. When it had entered into the earth's atmosphere, that burning, looking like it was on fire, it was just coming into the earth's atmosphere, invading. And it was from one end of the earth to the other. You couldn't tell where it began or where it ended. That's how vast and huge it was, right? It says, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. Right. So he couldn't tell the beginning from the end. It was just that huge, right? It says, after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight, right? So when you see shit like this, Esau, man, they know that they don't have the capability to fight something like this, okay? But yet, as the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh to fight, the Lord is going to harden the heart of these Edomites and these nations to fight, so that the Lord can get his glory in the earth again, right? And that's all in the scriptures, man. I'm going to end it. It says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. Right? So when this father ship opens up with that destructo beam, that concentrated fire, you're just going to smoke everybody. All right, verse 11, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up everyone, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. See, all right. So in Ezra, when he's seen the Lord really open up, it's like it's gonna be a great tempest of fire. It's gonna be a firestorm. It's gonna be a concentrated, controlled storm of fire. Okay, that's gonna come from this fathership. And it's going to smoke all these troops, all the weaponry, the tanks, the aircrafts, all that shit is finna get done away with. It's going to be toast. All right. And that's only coming from the fathership. We got to remember the thousands of heaven. It's going to be thousands upon thousands of vehicles like this in this circle. All right. Flooding the earth, man. Okay. Like I said, the elect is going to be beamed up, all right? And it's just going to be straight havoc for everybody else, all right? And this is what's coming to the earth. This is biblical prophecy, and this is going to be how Esau, Edom, gets a foot up his ass, okay? This is how Yahweh Shai is going to cast down the thrones of these people. He's going to cast down the thrones of men, all right, and take his kingdom. The scriptures say the saints of the Most High are going to take the kingdom. All right. So it ain't going to be nothing nice, especially for Esau and the heathen and the 2/3. OK. And it's for this reason why we continue to push this word. So with that, hope this is edifying. All praises, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash, Shalom, and Abba Ball.